Look, we're all teeny tiny.
We're teeny tiny.
Look, okay, hello. Hello, we're going to do a little recap. We're going to recap. We're in here. We're recapping.
Stop.
I'm sorry. Sorry I'm having fun.
No fun.
During my Friday stream. Sorry, not sorry. Alright. So yeah, we're at Universal Studios. This is like their downtown, like before you actually go into the park. And then we went straight to Harry Potter World.
So the plan was only going to the Harry Potter parks because we didn't have time to do the rest of the parks.
Because it would have been too much. So there's Gringotts with the dragon on top of it.
We only had one day. There's me. Anyways, you can go faster.
Jackie. We're just gonna, every time Jackie shows up, we're just gonna go. So you can't see. Here, we're inside Gringotts. There's like a cart ride in there. It's pretty cool. They got the animatronics people.
The Gringotts ride is fun.
And then we went and eat at the, which one was this?
The Leaky Cauldron.
There's a Leaky Cauldron. And I would have to say, so we ate at the Leaky Cauldron. Not worth the prices.
Trash.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all. Like,
not good.
Look at this menu. It's so cute.
It looks great.
It's like all Zarb's probably like, ugh, this is my normal food.
No, Zarb loves it. Zarb's like, oh, bangers and mash. I'm all about the bangers and mash. Oh, toad in the hole.
So we're like, this is so quaint.
Yeah,
like,
no, Zarb's all about it.
English food, like, yes. And when you read it, it sounds delicious. And then when you get it, it's like worse than cafeteria. It's like cafeteria.
It was like cafeteria food. It was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, the tomato was like not fresh.
Zarb, you could make better food than they did. And they charged a nose and a thumb.
They charged a lot. But the drinks were good. All of the butter, they have like 3 different types of butter beer. We only tried one of them.
And the beer was good too.
And they also had real beer, which was really
okay, this is gonna be I don't know how much of this is gonna come up, but Chef Zarb, yes. But I don't know if you've been to Disneyland and you've been to Disney World, but at Disneyland it's pretty dry unless you're at California Adventure, and even then it's like you can only drink in this specific area. What are we doing?
Look at all the butter beers.
Yes. And the pumpkin juice.
And the pumpkin juice.
Which was really just apple cider.
With pumpkin spice.
But like in Florida, they try and get you drunk everywhere. It's like everywhere you turn is like booze.
I was shocked. You could just walk around.
Oh yeah, you just can walk around the park with it.
I was like, had my beer and I was like, I can't finish this. Can I just walk around with? Can I just take it out?
Yep.
You can.
Oh yeah.
You can.
100%. So we learned how to like wait in lines with beers. That's the way to do it because the lines are long as hell.
Kind of, because here's the problem with that.
Yeah, sometimes they're like, don't do it.
No, when I drink, I have to pee. So waiting in line and having to pee is not a good time.
The train ride.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, even I had to pee. So here we're at Leaky Cauldron. It's cute. It's quaint.
It's cute in there. It really is.
The atmosphere is nice. If anything, I think we're almost more critical about the food not being good because it's all like, come on!
I know.
I want to love this.
Whereas like the food in Disney World.
We'll get there. Disney World food is very good. So then the next day we went to Animal Kingdom and it's awesome there. It's basically Animal Kingdom in Florida is just a zoo. It's literally a big zoo and I was not expecting that. So that's a Tree of Life. That's an alligator, which I thought was really cool. It's in the dinosaur world. Now I gotta take her. You do.
But look at this tiny
Be prepared for the lines. And there's tons of parents in Disney World with their kids in strollers.
Yep.
It is a thing.
It's annoying. No, I'm kidding.
What?
When it was just the two of us, we were like zigzagging around all the strollers.
I did not think it was annoying. I thought it was adorable. I loved Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is way, way cool. This is cool. You're gonna see a bunch of pictures from the Kilimanjaro Safari up over here. That's mostly what is in my photos. I just took a bajillion photos during the Kilimanjaro Safari. It was an amazing, amazing ride. This is also the place that has the Avatar rides down here in Pandora. So we ended up getting on Avatar Flight of Passage. We didn't get on the Na'vi River Journey, unfortunately. Both are supposed to be absolutely amazing, but the lines are literally like 3 hours long. It's crazy. We only had to wait like an hour and a half for the Avatar thing, I think. Maybe 2 hours. I played a lot of Battlegrounds on my phone. I'm not gonna lie.
This is what we did. We didn't want to waste our whole day and miss a bunch of other rides, because you can get like, what, at least 4 other rides in a 2-hour period.
Squint.
So what we did was we did as many rides as we could during the day, and then right before the park closes, you're allowed to hop in line. If the park closes at 9 p.m., you can hop in at 8:50.
So whatever had the longest line, we would wait till like the
end,
a half hour before the park closed, and then we'd just be in line where the park
ended up being shorter because less people were there. Like a lot of the kids weren't there anymore, like the little kids. So it was a good plan.
Right, Viv? Rafiki was there. That's why I took that picture. There's some burbs. This was like an atrium we were in. It was super cool. And then...
The meerkat.
This is the meerkats. This is on our little walk.
And the hippo.
This is the... We're on the Kilimanjaro safari right now. That hippo is taking a massive diarrhea on that wall, and you can kind of see it in that photo if you know it's doing it.
Zoom in.
You gonna zoom?
I'm holding control.
See it just shooting out there? It is going for it.
Ew.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's why it got out of the water. Is that its...
Yes.
Or does it have like really floppy flaps?
I don't know, but it was a rare sighting to see a hippo out of the water, so that was cool.
Well, it had to go to the bathroom. It wasn't going to do that in the water where it's hanging out. It's going to do it up against the wall.
Can we go next?
Okay, they do this parrot show. They're all like geniuses. They're genius birds. And so they're like, yo, parrots, come hang out. And all the parrots come down. They're like, all right, parrots, take off. And they all take off and fly over everybody and go back to their area.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you all so much for joining us for our last show of the day.
Super cool. We got to see it twice. All right, on to Epcot. Epcot is awesome, by the way.
So this is the third day.
Third day, Epcot. We made a little car and we got the ride in it. And then I thought this car was really pretty. So I took photos.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, we did the Little Mermaid ride. We did 2 Little Mermaid rides. No, that was Nemo.
Oh, that was Nemo?
Yeah, that was Finding Nemo. Mermaid is in Magic Kingdom. And at the end of the Nemo ride, they had manatees and they were super cute. And they were just like doing flips and stuff.
Flips and stuff.
Flips and stuff. And we went to dinner here, and this was another big highlight of the trip. He's photobombing with a smile. Do you remember what this place is called?
Coral Reef.
All right, we went to the Coral Reef
Yeah.
restaurant in Epcot, and we got seats next to this giant aquarium. Isn't it like the largest in something?
Second largest.
Second largest in North America or the world?
The North America.
North America. Okay. It was incredible. So there was just all kinds of fish and rays swimming by us all dinner.
Cute.
I think that's a shark back there that I did not take a good photo of. There were sea turtles in it. Hey, that's the shirt I'm wearing right now.
So we just watched the fish while we ate dinner the entire time. It was great. And there were sharks, and there were turtles. Yeah, we already said
Dark Angel! What's up? Here's your friends.
Hi, Dark.
See all your friends? He's waving. Yeah. So then we went to Japan Land. You didn't see this.
We ate fish while hanging out.
We did. We ate
fish.
that. There was one fish that was watching us the whole time. It was like the self-aware fish. It was like, guys, there's people over there. Like all the other fish just ignore you, but one fish was just staring us down the entire time we were there.
It was really funny.
Did I get a picture of Fred?
Yeah.
That's Fred right there.
Yeah, that's Fred.
Fred the fish. Good old Fred. That's my goals. Those are my body goals.
That's why you took the
When I see Poseidon, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
Especially the Little Mermaid Poseidon. You ever notice how jacked Ariel's dad is?
You think you could do that?
I'm trying. What was that? You think you could do that? What was that? What was that? What was that vote of confidence? This is what I'm battling with.
This is a real life
Zarb believes in me.
proportion.
You think
The one in Little Mermaid is literally a cartoon.
So have you ever heard of like you ever heard people like complaining about magazines and being like, these are unrealistic body expectations? Men don't do that because we see shit like this and we go, I'm gonna fucking do that.
Okay.
I can do this.
That fish, that's what I'm going for.
You're going for the fish? I'm not really into that whole like lip injection thing.
It's a forehead
I'm not a
injection,
big fan.
I need a forehead injection.
So this is the next day. This is day 4? Yep. Okay. So, day 4, first thing we did is we headed to the Millennium Falcon ride, and we decided to go single rider. That is the way. As it's like a 45-minute to an hour line. If you do single rider, it's like 7 minutes.
Sorry, I won't yawn anymore. I have caffeine now.
So Jackie's with the group in front of her, and I took her picture. So we actually never rode this ride together, but we ended up riding this twice.
Both times I had a kid as the pilot, and the pilot matters because you like crash into things if they're not doing their job right.
Yeah, okay, so in this ride, there's 6 battle stations, and there's 3 jobs. So it's in pairs, and you have like, so we were engineers both times, so we had like just buttons we had to like flip and switches we had to flip when they turned on. Pilots have to like the controls up front, and then there's like the middle people, what are they, gunners or something like that?
Yeah.
And so they also have like buttons and switches.
So they're firing missiles and stuff like that.
And you like get a score too.
You do.
So you get scored by the end of it.
So it's like a little game. All the lights and buttons light up, and when they light up, you have to push them quickly and like accurately.
I loved it.
Pretty fun.
It was so fun.
We did that one twice.
The biggest issue with it is the ride is actually so cool itself, and like you feel the momentum of the ship and everything, that you want to ride it multiple times because you're so focused on the gameplay that you're kind of like missing the ride. And it's kind of like, if you got more comfortable with it, you'd be able to watch a lot more and be able to...
And the way it is, I don't even know how they do it, but like there's like a glass dome, which is like the window to the front of the spacecraft that you're riding, and you can see the scenes of everything. You're like flying through space.
You really do feel like you're in the Millennium
Falcon.
Falcon.
Through caves and cities and stuff like that, and it's great. Like, I don't know how they do the screen like that. It's cool. It's really cool.
Way fun. This next part, I don't know if I have any good photos, but anyways, we were trying to find a place to eat because we didn't have dinner plans. And so I was looking on the map and it was like, oh, here's a restaurant. Let's go in here. But really, it was just the cantina in Star Wars. And they did have like 2 snack options, which we bought both of. But it was amazing. We literally like, well, this is what we're gonna do instead. Our bartender was super sassy and like fully in character, and she was super fun. This was the DJ who was just rocking out. I didn't copy his thing, but that's okay. And it was awesome. All right, more Star Wars stuff.
Ray told me, he was like, I would never go on that ride. I was like, you worked on it.
Which ride?
This.
Oh, this one?
And he told me that it goes faster than gravity.
Yeah, it shoots you down.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It doesn't just drop you down. It accelerates you faster than gravity.
How many times has it killed people?
I don't
Once.
know that.
Once. That's what the whole ride is about.
Okay, I know I cried a lot, but this made me really cry. I hate this ride so much.
I love, like, thrill rides. I'm all about it.
Oh.
Jackie doesn't. And so it's tough. So, Wing, if you're into it, if you're into thrill rides, you and me, we'll go on all the scary drop rides. Jackie we'll pass.
I was the only one that screamed and closed my eyes. Everyone else was like, yeah.
You mean like this?
That was me.
At the end of the line, when you're about to go into the ride. This may as well be part of the ride, honestly. You talked to Ray. We had no idea what was going to happen. This ride takes you from area to area to area to area. And it ends with just this crazy escape finale. So, I'm going to tell you about this ride. You're trying to transport with a bunch of other people in the rebellion. Ray lines you out on your mission with BB-8 right in this room, and you walk through the next door. Sorry if my photos are like fuzzy. And you go out into this open space. You've got an X-Wing to your right, and then you go into this transport shuttle here, where you go through another sequence of events where you're flying in outer space, and you get tractor beamed in by an Imperial Star Destroyer, and they suck you in.
You actually go.
And you actually go into an Imperial Star Destroyer where an Imperial, like, lieutenant is like, you are all now captives. So we go out of this first ride. So you basically get into this ride. It makes you feel like you're flying in, taking off, flying into outer space, and then getting tractor beamed into a Star Destroyer. That was a better picture of that. So here we are. You get off, and then there's a bunch of these stormtroopers. Thank you, stormtroopers. As you exit, and you gotta then go into the next room.
Like, look at that. Look how huge this room is. This is in the mountain. Well,
no,
space.
it's in outer space.
In outer space.
Silly. This is the next room. So you basically get into another line where you're going. They
file you in as prisoners.
Yeah, you're a prisoner now, and you get escorted into a holding cell. There she is. Look, isn't she distraught? She's a prisoner. She's terrified. So here's our holding cell. We're all in here. Prisoners. And then how the ride finishes is they do a jailbreak by cutting a hole in the wall, and then you get ushered into these escape cars where you drive around the Imperial Star Destroyer. There's stormtroopers shooting at you, which is crazy because you actually see like lasers flying in the air. And I don't know what magic they did to make it look like that. Whether they had like sheets, maybe like sheets of glass or something, like plastic, to make it look like a laser shot across. But it looks so cool.
And they had animatronics that were insanely realistic, like walking at you. Which was
Kylo Ren. They did like a hologram of Kylo Ren that looked 100% real.
I literally thought there were actors in this ride.
Yeah. There was another scene where it was like full animatronics where Kylo Ren looked absolutely real. Because he's just like chasing you down. You get shot at by AT-ATs. Straight up, that like blow holes in the wall as you're like driving around and escaping. And then you go into an escape pod that literally drops you. You go whoosh, like drop, just like the Tower of Terror ride. And then you fly back down to the home planet to escape. And this is where you come back out. It is absolutely wild. It's a super, super epic ride.
There's like 5 different stages that you're going through.
Yeah.
And they're all different.
We're just completely taken back. Like, what is this? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those. I've never been on an attraction like that before. Where it was just all like, now here, now here, now here.
Yeah, me neither.
Way cool. Alright, this is the last day in Orlando. Here at the Magic Kingdom. This is me on Splash Mountain. There's Jackie on Splash Mountain.
I hate it.
This is my favorite ride.
I hate it.
My favorite ride. There's Jackie and Tinkerbell. It's me and Buzz Lightyear. This is me playing the game, and I thought it was funny because I look like we both look focused. We're both in the zone.
Look at this troublemaker.
This anti-masker.
Taking his mask off.
I was in a car with you.
I can't believe you did this. Caught on camera! camera.
Whenever I got in a car ride, because you had to wear masks everywhere, which makes sense.
Inside.
Yeah, inside. But whenever we got into like one of those cars and it was just you and me, I always took off my mask.
Whenever you had to wear glasses, I couldn't do the glasses as
I'm
a mask.
killing grandma. No, the trick to the glasses, you taught me. You pull it down below your nose.
Yeah.
That worked. Now, then we drove to Miami. It was like a 3-hour drive, but I'll tell you what, after waiting in lines for like 2 hours, like a ride or an hour a ride, the drive to Miami was not that bad.
We drove to Miami in the dark, and then right when we got to Miami, we were like, okay, we just have to like these few spaghetti bowls to get through, and then it started downpouring rain.
It did downpour. Dude, the drive into Miami was not that bad. The drive to the airport was awful. So there's Hardrock Stadium. That's where the Miami Dolphins play football. We went to the tailgate, which was awesome because a bunch of Dolphin fans were just giving us food like gumbo and shots and beers, and everybody was awesome.
I did not expect this from the tailgate. I thought it would just be like partying, but you kind of have to BYOB, you know? Well, we showed up without anything because we didn't have anything. And people were just like, come on, like, I'll pour you a shot. Like, have some food. You're just walking by and they're like, have some. And we're just like, okay, this is amazing.
They got us really tipsy for free.
For free.
It was amazing. This is Jackie's favorite song. Got bagpipes and everything. So...
Well, the seats were okay.
The seats were a little far up, but they were center field, so you could definitely see all the action. The song, she's like, it just sounds so old. Like, the song sounds so dated. And I'm like, that's because this song is from back when the Dolphins were a good football team. So, like, in the 40s. No, 60s.
It's just an annoying
1960s
song.
Dolphins. Yeah, anything center field, because you can see everything. It was awesome. The only issue is, like, for plays like this, like, if I try and get it on camera, you can't see. This is the last play of the game where the Patriots trying to do a desperation play with hooks and laterals. But what happens is one of the Dolphins linebackers comes up on it, intercepts it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. You mean the 70s? I do mean the 70s. 24-33, final score.
That was a good win. That was a good game to watch.
Suck it, Patriots. Okay. We are now in the Bahamas.
And it was really windy.
It was windy and rainy for like the first couple days. But they had these really cool glass structures. This is right outside the casino. Then we went and they had like a really cool pizza parlor outside. But there's all these like $70 million yachts that are parked out front.
He's obsessed with this yacht in particular. They have a huge TV.
They had a huge screen. They were playing the college championship game, Alabama and Georgia, which was amazing if you watched that game. And I was trying to get Jackie to watch any of these football games, and she wouldn't, because they did the literally like the night before in the Miami hotel. I watched the Alabama game, the like recap. And that's one of the craziest football games. And then this game was absolutely insane until the last few minutes. Then they had, okay, so everything at the Atlantis and the Bahamas is like a giant aquarium. Super cool.
That was the slide.
That is the slide. There's more to come. This is the slide where you go in a tube and you like go inside the Shark Tank. This is the fish fry.
Yeah,
Trudy's. We made a bunch of friends at Trudy's, and we made a bunch of friends at Joey's Seafood. This is where we did the karaoke. It was super fun. They had, what are they called? I think they have
Small tooth sawfish.
Small tooth sawfish, born in Atlantis. The critically endangered small-toothed sawfish is an elusive creature, both in the wild and in aquariums around the world. Little is known about its reproduction or its young. After working with the species for more than 10 years, Atlantis is the first facility in the world to have a successful birth. 4 sawfish pups were born in April 2012 and are thriving under our care. So, these guys were actually right out where we would have breakfast. You watch them, they pretty much just swim in a circle. Right in there. They're pretty cool.
They're so cool.
They look like unreal.
Serpents.
Like dinosaur age fishies. This is the hotel, one of the hotel lobbies. Really cool. This is us on the throne. We were told we had to get a photo on the throne. Look at the boobage.
Stop.
Jackie.
You're not supposed to say anything.
We're not supposed to say anything about the boobage?
Seriously, stop. What the hell? Yeah, you're manspreading. Sheesh.
There's a reason why. You having fun?
Yes.
There's a reason why. There's stuff there. Okay? And then we're flying home. I had never been to Washington, D.C.
Me either.
Okay. These are like the buildings all throughout Washington, D.C. And I just found them really unique. I'd never seen... Everything kind of looked like a college campus. But that's the entire city. Looks like a college campus. And there's the airport, America. And that's the whole trip. We did it. That is the honeymoon recap. It was super fun. We had a great time.